Hi everyone, Scrappy Kathy here with Stash Dive Tuesday. And to be honest, I have no idea where to begin. This is a new hop series created by Rebecca Lockhart Dykeman and Scrappy Adam, otherwise known as Adam Westwood. And I've joined in to the hop because it's about putting random items on layouts. And you know, that's kind of my thing. But I had so many, so I decided, the approach I decided to take was, you know, how do you choose random items? Everybody's got random items kind of stashed here and there. And I happen to be in sort of a reorganizing mode right now because where my Christmas village has been is a table that I kind of had set up for mixed media and jelly plate printing. And I'm actually going to define it as a filming table. And I will have, anyway, no idea until I get the Christmas decorations off the table. But in the course of doing that, I thought I needed to organize some of the things that were kind of proliferating on my table and in other little spaces where I need structured storage, if you will. So I've been organizing my flares, and as one of the ways that I was doing that, one of the things I was doing was emptying my little envelopes from the advent calendar and then going to file those by color. So they ended up in this little dish, and I hadn't gotten very far. So I thought, okay, I could pull some from this dish, but I spied a one of the envelopes that had a penguin on it. And I thought, okay, I need a penguin because penguins remind me of John. John loves penguins. So whatever Flair is in this envelope, I'm going to use this penguin and that Flair on my layout. I have no idea what's in here. I also am organizing my advent calendar from BrambleFox. And as I was doing it, I saw this little baggie of just little random bits, and I thought I could pick something from there. So I have Dotty About Flair and BrambleFox advent calendars represented here. I'm going to take these dishes. I'm going to pull, I don't know, I'll pull from that as I do the layout, and we'll see what makes sense. So I'll put it over on this side. I also happen to have on my table this clean coaster that I took from Margaritaville Cafe in Orlando. We just returned from an Orlando trip. And because I had it, I kind of worked backwards to my photo choice, which is this selfie that I took kind of as a way to include John in the vacation photos. Jimmy Buffett, I don't know if you know Buffett, but we were, you know, fans. I'd say it's just such fun to go to a concert. It's kind of a whole thing. And John kind of came from a Grateful Dead background, and we went to a couple Grateful Dead concerts, and there's this entire culture that builds up around the concerts before, during, and after. And Buffett's kind of got that, except it's the tropical version. And one of his songs is Fins to the Left, Fins to the Right. And there's a bench waiting right outside where you're waiting for your table that has fins to the left on the left side and fins to the right on the other side. And anytime we went to a Buffett concert and he sang that song, when he went to the refrain where they sang fins to the left, fins to the right, John, being a lefty, would sing fins to the left and he'd point his hands that way. And I'd say fins to the right and go that way. And sometimes we wore hats with fins on them. And, you know, we weren't absolute crazy, you know, in the whole thing. We were more observers of it, but we loved to feel like we were having just as much fun as all those crazy people who had had way more to drink than we had. So anyway, I decided to sit down. Everybody else had gone to the restroom or were looking at shops or something, and I was by myself, so it had to be a selfie if I was going to take a picture. Started to take a picture of just the bench, and decided to take a selfie with the words fins to the left showing, because that's John and, you know, that's me. So I filtered it because the original photo was, you know, not the best lighting. And I always try several filters and see if something looks cool, and I liked this one, so I actually put this out on Facebook, and I wasn't sure I was going to do that. It's not the most attractive hairdo, and of course there's a big old, you know, mask, and I'm wearing the Cheez-It Bowl hat that James and Barrett brought me from the bowl game that they had attended the night before. This was New Year's Eve. We were in Universal Studios, and we spent the entire day there. We went home a little before the heavy crowd, and because we had to get up early the next day and drive home. But anyway, so this page is going to be about including John in getting ready for the new year. So there. Oh, one of the things I got in the BrambleFox advent calendar is this stencil. And another thing that was on my desk were some inks that I got in a prize from ScrapHappy during their October load. And I always have trouble getting these lids off. I may struggle with that a bit. And I also had this box of tropical goodies from JoJo Kelly, who was my secret sister at a retreat that I attended for Scrapping Reflections in September. So there may be some goodies in there. I have another tray of junk that's left over from previous projects or things that I keep around because I like to use them. And John's flower was a sunflower, so I thought I might try to squeeze one of those in there. And I have this thing that I have no idea. It's copyrighted in 2006. I might have bought it, you know, after that. But it's some die cuts about Florida, and I haven't opened this, haven't looked through them, but there are outlines and solids, and there's a pair of glasses, and just a whole bunch of stuff in there. I figured I could probably find something in there that would work since I was in Florida. I have a giant XL Flair from the January release, and it's January, so I can show you. And then I have this little baggie of another January release set. It's beautiful florals, and I thought maybe I could work those in, and of course those goes with the other flares. I have this little fish that's from a trip that we took to Murano when we went to Venice on a Greek islands cruise. It was our last stop, and where we caught a plane home. But I bought charms and bracelets and necklaces and stuff made in Murano for all the kids. And this one was on a necklace that I gave Ava, and she gave me back the fish when she outgrew the necklace, and she said I could use it on a page. So since this says fins to the left, and it's a cute little fish, I thought I might try to work that in. And I have this random sticker that's actually a library card. I have no idea how that could be used other than to add a little color. But, you know, by golly, I'm going to try. Oh, and I have this gorgeous bag of goodies that my friend Gwen Towell sent me. And I pulled out this baggie of fibers, and because there's a really pretty teal in there, and this little set of charms. There's a ladybug there that I'll save for something, but I thought a butterfly or a dragonfly, we both kind of loved that dragonflies and butterflies seem to follow us to the neighborhood swimming pool. So I'm going to just start this whole thing off. I have no idea where it's going. I don't have a design in mind, but I'm going to have a coaster and a fish and some leaves. Let's do some leaves. I'm going to just kind of randomly around the page do some leaves. They may end up getting covered. Gosh, I'm having a hard time with this. Anybody has any clues, any hints on how to make that work? I'm going to kind of do this guy. I think this teal is going to go well with the color in the photo. I'll kind of do, so this is actually starting my design. Now that I've committed to these leaves on the page, I'm going to have to place my photo and the other elements kind of around it. So I've used that. That's random item number one. Maybe the photo could kind of go like this, and we could do this here. JoJo's little prize package there included some really beautiful washi tape, and it's very tropical in nature. So I think I'm going to try to maybe do some horizontal strips of it. This is really beautiful, and I'm not sure quite, it looks like it has a backing. So it's like real paper tape. I don't know how much time I'm gonna feel like spending peeling that backing, so I may just adhere it with some adhesive, kind of going like that, and just so that it peeks out around. Well, you know, it does look like it needs the backing. Looks like the backing might need to be peeled. And she left me a point, which is usually easy to peel, and I'm not having any luck with it, probably due to these nails being, you know, artificial and rounded and all that stuff. So I may abandon that one and go instead with this one. And it's a really pretty floral that has a teal background, so it may be more appropriate anyway. So I'm just going to kind of do this. Let me line that up with that. And I think I'm about even there. There are lots of cute little things to add here, so that's going to be kind of fun. I like that. I don't have any large sheets of foam, but I have some that have been die cut like that, and that will still crop my photo up. So I'm going to use that, and I think that a piece of die cut foam might count as a random item on my desk, right? I'll have to check with Rebecca and Adam on that. There we go, and that's not exactly right smack in the middle, but it's close, and I usually don't like that, but I'm going to embrace it at this point. And I will include some journaling on here to kind of tell the fins to the left story, if you will. I also have this bit of, it's like backed packing tape. I'm afraid I might get in trouble trying to peel the backing off of this too. No, that seems to be peeling okay. I'm just gonna tear some off, and I'm gonna tear it here, and then I'm gonna rip it kind of unevenly there, and maybe do something like that. Oops, that really sticks. So I want to be sure I get it straight. Let me butt it right up to that. And then I can use maybe some of these fibers to be a border. Okay, so I can cut that off. Or to, not a border, but kind of to go along the seam there. And then I'll do this one at the bottom down here because I don't want to cover up those leaves. Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and take that up a little bit so I can fit that where it needs to go. A little bit, it's going to kind of show right there that it doesn't go all the way under there. And, well, now it's okay. All right. I like this. I've had this for I don't know how long. It may be Amy Tangerine. I don't really know where or when I got it, but it's been hanging around with my tropical supplies for a while, and I hate to even lose this. What I have done with it before is I've fussy cut those hibiscus out, and they look really good with that craft background, and that's something I probably will save for my next Craft Plus challenge. Okay, so I talked about maybe using some of this fiber along that seam, and I think that would be nice. So I'll run a bead of glue there and cut a couple lengths of that. Flick some things off. Okay, that will work. And I'm going to let the words in the photo be my title. I'm not going to add a title. So the title is Fins to the Left. Oh, come on. It's twisted. We can't have a twisted seam. And I can guarantee you, if John were in the room, and those of you who watch some of my early videos, you know that he usually was in the room. And if I had said, I can't have a twisted seam, he would be saying something about Twisted Sister. So that's just how goofy he was. And let me cut a piece here. Thank you very much, Gwen, for this beautiful stuff. It's great to have friends who recognize their own style, as in they know they'd never use anything purple, and then realize that I like purple and just send it to me. I've had, this is my second happy mail filled with beautiful purple goodies from Gwen. And it's not like she sticks a 10-cent postage stamp on it or 35-cent postage stamp or anything. She's mailing it from the UK. So I really appreciate that. I have known Gwen. We've kind of been in some of the same groups for a while, and I'm really happy that she's in, she's kind of bitten the DAF bug and has joined up with Scrap Backwards. Hopefully she'll hop on the Stash Dive Tuesday, but in the meantime, I'm gonna dive into her stash for mine. Okay, I have this little fish, and I don't know where to put it. I'm thinking someplace on the against the white background, and I can put it either way. If I have it here, it kind of looks a little like this is seaweed. We'll kind of tell that story, right? I'm going to do that because I kind of want it there, and I'm not sure what I'm going to put down in here, but I've got this outline of the word Florida, or I have this even has Orlando on this little map. It could kind of go right there. Would that look goofy if I did that? But you could then see the entire coastline. I think I'm going to do that, guys. Let me get my and I do have a little charm that I want to put on there too. Maybe that's what I'll put down here. I'm going to put just a tiny bead of glue right there. And I'll put it so that the state line is kind of parallel with the top of the photo. Let me get that just right. And then this extends on down here. Okay. And I like the sunshine, and that would kind of give me this diagonal line there if I put the sunshine. These are like laser cut die cuts. They're really delicate. Okay, there. And now I'm gonna just kind of tack this in somewhere. This kills whatever that little sheet is. I'm not gonna write anything on it. I'm just gonna kind of let it stick up like that. And then that gives me a spot that a flare can go. And I'm almost thinking I want to use that big flare, but I might rather use it down here and go, okay. Here, let's do the reveal of what's in here after I get the penguin off the envelope. I love the way Scrappy Adam did these advent calendars. Every single thing is reusable. The envelope, I've used those, the washi tape, every one is sealed with a different and kind of cool washi tape. I'm gonna have the penguin has a fish in his hand. In his, do you call those hands? It's a cartoon penguin, so he has hands. Okay, so I like that because it's right up next to Fins to the Left, and that's kind of, it's representing John. I'm gonna get a small sunflower and further represent John kind of right there. I'm going to kind of tuck it down like that. Okay, now I'm going to pull from, well, okay, I do definitely want this flamingo, and he could go kind of right there propped up on the photo. And it's like glitter foam, and so it's going to absorb that glue, I think. Let's see, where did my tweezers go? I put something on top of them. I have to punch out the little triangle there with his legs. There. Okay, and that leaves kind of some space under there. Let's see what we have in the way of Flair in here. Ooh, they're all teal. Wow, this one looks like it's, that's perfect. Okay, I'm gonna put this guy here. I've gone off the reservation here in terms of bouncing around, but I'm excited. I love it. It's going to be a, you know, kind of junky, more is more kind of page, I think. But it's going to use lots of really cute things that I love. And it really, in my mind, it's going to, it kind of is a way of representing John at our New Year's festivities. I kind of like the idea of maybe overlapping this flare, and then I'll maybe add another one, kind of adding to that line there. And I think these January release flowers, the colors don't necessarily go. This one might, but they're not tropical flowers like these are. So I think I'll keep these. I'll use those another time. Let me go here, and then I'm gonna actually maybe try to squeeze one in under the sunshine there, or up above the sunshine, somewhere near the sunshine. So I'm kind of going in that diagonal. There we go. And it seems like I want something right there. Let's see if there's anything in this goodie bag. Ah, I see something over in JoJo's bag. This, it's an embroidered sticker of a pineapple that says "So Sweet." So that can go there, and I can put something else over there as well. Let's see what we have here. Oh, look how cute. A lot of these are kind of Christmas themed, but I love the tassel. Oh my gosh, that's so cute. What if I did a little tassel sticking out there? So let me get this. I need to pull my pen and clear this out, and I can't find it. So I'll do a paper clip. I usually have paper clips around. I'm thinking I like this little tassel too, and it could maybe go right there, because it's kind of the same color as that library card. Okay, let's see if this works. I'm clearly at the point where I need to order some more glue. And I need new foam too. And I didn't want to order anything till after the first of the year. And so I think it's after the first of the year. So I'm free to do that. Get that under there. And I'm just going to glue that down. So you can just see that little corner, but to me that kind of still adds some structure to that cluster. And then I can put something really small there. So these things will go back in, and then I'll go look through my other stuff on my desk. What other stuff? Okay, that goes there, and this goes here. I have the little charm that I wanted to use. And I think I'll go with the dragonfly, and maybe do the dragonfly up in conjunction with that flare. Let's see if I can open this better down the side like this. I don't know if I've told you recently, I know I mentioned it in one of my videos a couple years ago, but I went to a retreat put on by Redefine Creative, or Secret Not Secret Kit Club, and Rediscover Your Stash. And one of my table mate was Shannon Allor, who is now my co-conspirator on Challenge Accepted, little series we do every Thursday, which has been on hiatus but is coming back. And she opened her thicker and sticker packages like that with a slit down the side, which largely keeps the package intact, but you can slide things in and out. So much easier than trying to unstick it that way. And I'm sure everyone else in the universe knew that before I did, but for me it was a game changer. I was somewhat, I don't know. I hadn't scrapped a lot with other people, and you know, those kind of little things or things you pick up from your best bud. So, and I don't know if I had such trouble. Do I want that there, or maybe here, just kind of flat on the page? I think I'm going to do it flat on the page. And I thought about maybe putting a little bit of twine or thread or something in the hole there, but I think I'm not. I think I'll leave it as it is. Okay, what else in here? Ooh, there's another cute little sticker. It's a drink with a hibiscus sticking out of it. So that can go there. That's to indicate that if I could still drink margaritas, I would have ordered one. And I have to tell you, it's hard to go into Margaritaville. It's hard not to still look forward to the same things at Margaritaville, which are, you know, the margaritas. But trying to keep my heart rhythm under control. I kind of like these sunglasses, and I thought maybe I could sneak them in there. And I like this little flower, but I need a, it curves up. Let's see, I'm completely on camera. Let me make sure. This curves up, so I need something that kind of sits inside. And let me see if that looks okay. I may need another layer. Okay, to make contact. And I see a cute little I like just kind of putting that there. Just little tiny accent kinds of things. I like this. Since I've got the pink drink and the pink flamingo, purplish pink flamingo, and there's a little bit of pink and purple kind of going on in the filtering process, it does not bother me to put this pink flower kind of over here in this cluster with the yellow and blue. And then I'd like something else right there, but I don't know what. There is a, ooh, JoJo has included a palm tree drink stirrer. Maybe I like that better than the pink flower. Although the pink flower seems to really be happy there. And I'll tell you what I can do here is maybe slide it under. It would look more like it's part of the cluster if it were slid under the flare. So if I put the flare on a double piece of foam, I should be able to, that should lift it enough that I can slide it. So that's my story and I'm sticking to it. Actually, it might help if I put the palm tree where I want it and then put the flare. Oh, come now. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm just going to run my tape runner on it. I have so much stuff on my table, but it's all for a good cause. It's all going to get... Okay, there, and is that where I want it? Okay, come on. That needs to be right there. Okay, and now, so that gives me that line up there. Now, maybe the pink flower might not be a bad addition to the area, like, and then if I put it on a little bit of foam on one side, it can overlap that, and that would give me this guy just doesn't want to stick, and I think I can make it stick if I sneak that in. Let me work on that a little bit with my tweezers. Okay, I need the state to kind of be up above that. This is, what this is like a crystal flower on a paper background, and the paper is part of the sticker. Okay, I think I'm good. And I think I'm probably done. This was fun. Rebecca and Adam, thanks for starting such a fun little group with such a fun idea. I've definitely made a Florida vacation page, and that was kind of what I set out to do. And you and I know that John is included in the whole scenario because of the penguin and the fins to the left, and just and I'm sure he was with me when I bought wherever those stickers came from. So thank you for watching, and be sure and check everybody else out. I'll have links to everybody in my video description box, and I'm sure there will be some gorgeous pages created with random items found on anyone's desk. So bye.